regional. They didn't even get to Omaha.
I remember that team.
Oh, that ball is smoked deep to right center. Can anybody catch it? Yeah, the guy in the second row. Home run. Kyle Stowers, his 9th of the year. Hey now, that's the way to get the party started. Talk about one of the best home run hitting teams in the country. Yesterday they did not hit any home runs, but today Kyle Stowers, arguably the most talented hitter on this team, with a big-time launch piece to right center field, and he knew it, the dugout knew it, and the crowd got awfully quiet here, boys. The Stanford dugout. Called strike 3, inning is over, and the Bulldogs will leave a couple, but Miller got himself in trouble and got himself out with back-to-back strikeouts.
Like this.
Fly ball, shallow right center. Elijah McNamee is there, and the inning is over. So the 2 errors do not hurt Mississippi State. College has been back in the day at LSU?
No, not at LSU.
Base hit for Marshall Gilbert.
Didn't use them at LSU, but you know, when I got in the big leagues, I did start to use a little sports psychologist, and it was more of a motivating, focus kind of thing like that. I think it helps. I had trouble down on the way to a righty into a left-hander.
Oh, that caught him, buckled him, as a matter of fact, but Westberg pops up, and he'll head down to first base. That is the 4th batter hit this season by Eric Miller. So first and second now.
You know?
This is their 4th straight super under 4 different coaches. There's a walk by McNamee. Is that not a staggering number when you start to think about it? Yeah. Well, both are. The Bulldogs have tied it up. 8 straight balls for Eric Miller.
Well, that's kind of the knock on Eric Miller, right? The stuff is really good, but the strike zone can really float around him from time to time. Came in with 42 walks and just 80 innings pitched.
Lifted high in the air. Is it deep enough? Bases clearing triple off the bat of Dustin Skelton. David Esker runs out of the Stanford dugout. He thinks there might have been some fan interference. And we'll take a look. Boy, a ball that was in the air forever. We got Wolf and Robinson both coming to the baseball at the same time, and I don't see any interference. That ball just hits right off the top of the wall. Neither player really went all out for it. I thought the fans did a good job of backing away. And as the ball lays on the turf, Skelton gets a triple. And what a turn of events right there on a ball that certainly was not an easy play. But somebody could have made that play. Instead, it ends up being a bases clearing triple.
I think it's so loud here, and one of the outfielders could have been calling that ball, but it's so loud, I don't know if you can hear each other.
Well, they might have been calling it, but neither one of them looked like they were all in, you know, full go to go get
it. Committed to it, yeah. The ball just jumps here. The wind is blowing out. And it almost looked like the center fielder, Christian Roberts, on this play. He's running hard to the right center field gap. And right there, you can say he's calling it right there, but never really committed all the way to catch it, because you saw him calling it, but he was looking at the right fielder, Wolf, too, not knowing if Wolf was going to be there as well.
That's a clean play to me.
It is. I don't see anything on the fans' behalf that would warrant interference, and that just looked like one of those really tough in-between balls directly between the right fielder and center fielder. You got 2 big old boys running after it. On a really, really tough chance. It will stand. A base.
Which was a work ethic and a competitiveness and a competitive greatness. I mean, if we have those things, we can go a long way.
All right, base hit there by Gilbert. One last thing, Coach, as we get in this situation, obviously elimination game, how do we handle the pitching from here on out?
Well, we got to get Jack Little in there before this thing gets too out of hand.
Since 2014. Base knock. They'll have him at the corners. Gilbert will wind up at third. And Mangum with hit number 102 this year, the most in a season over his 4-year career with the Bulldogs.
And there's the hit king doing what he does best. A bullet into the backside gap, trying to climb the ladder on a fastball. And you heard Dave Esker talk about being short to the baseball. That's about as
Westberg. Runners at the corners. There goes Mangum. A little pump fake down to second. They'll give him the bag. And I got to give my guy here, Chris Burke, a little love. I know he doesn't like it.
Wait a second.
Berkey finished 15th in SEC history with 314 career hits. Only 1-1 now on Westberg. Lifted in the air to center. Christian Robinson in shallow center. Will they send the runner? Here comes Gilbert. The throw, not in time. It's now 5-1 Bulldogs.
Well, I'll tell you, Christian Robinson, the center fielder for Stanford, made that play a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Mangum, the SEC's all-time career hits leader. That is a base hit. It's only appropriate, boys.
And did you expect anything different? How about a backside 6-hole, one-hop bullet to cap it off here at Dudy Noble for Jake Mangum? That is the hit he has hung his hat on his entire career. And a
ground ball left side, past Tara. That'll be a base hit, first and second now for the Bulldogs. Big hit, Mack just did it again.
Come on now, big hit. Matt got one more big hit in him. A bomb. And the emotion, the energy that the fans love from Elijah McNamee all comes out in one memorable.
The Bulldogs are heading to their 11th College World Series with the 8-1 win.